What is up, guys? It's Brillymister here, and welcome to my more considered review of The Land Out of Time. If you do enjoy my content and do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you're notified of all my future content and don't miss anything. So Land Out of Time's been out for a couple of days now, and that's going to give me a little bit more time to have seen everything, tried everything out thoroughly, and kind of the initial hype has kind of died down, so I can kind of review it for how it's going to actually fit into the game for the future rather than just how it was on release, because it was obviously exciting that everything was brand new, everything looked amazing. I mean, look at these shot, well, they're not really screenshots, but look at these little clips going now. The graphics and the amount of dev time that it must have taken to get all these graphics looking as amazing and pristine as this. I mean, it is a really, really good looking area. I mean, doing the agility course, personally, I think it really reminds me of kind of like a weird cross between the Herby habitat and like Ape Atoll. It's sort of like a little hybrid of that, and you get some real like Indiana Jones vibes with all the little temples and everything that are like there, and it really is a very good looking little island, and the people that did the graphics on this, they really should get a pat on the back because it does look absolutely amazing. So the main skills that you can train here is you can do Hunter. There's a couple of different ways you can do Hunter. There's obviously the big game Hunter, which is the new one that the hype's all around that's in the game. But then there are a lot of other Hunter creatures. There's a lot of Jadinkos, Grenwolds. I think there's even like yellow salamanders. Like there's a lot of stuff around the island that you can hunt. Obviously big game Hunter is the new one, and it is something that I have been really enjoying, if I'm honest. It's quite different to doing Hunter normally. You have to sort of think a bit more and you're a bit more involved rather than kind of just clicking your traps and making sure you hit the right quick keys just so you can get the one tick off and everything. The XP per hour at the moment isn't great, if I'm honest, but I think because they're patching the Hunter later in the month, aren't they? Because they're saying that the XP rates are way too high anyway for everything else. So I mean, if they put this in with high Hunter rates, then they'd have just had to nerf it again at the end of the month. So when they do nerf the rest of Hunter, I feel like the XP rates here are going to be a lot more competitive, and it'll become more of a mainstream way of training Hunter rather than, at the moment, it's almost like an enjoyable mini game, and you get some rewards from it. There's like a little shop in the main sort of temple area bit of it, where you can buy stuff with the points that you earn from successfully hunting things. I also like the fact that you have to hunt like the lower tiered ones, which you can use like sailfish or manta rays or whatever as bait, and then you get the raw meat from that, which is then used as bait for the higher tier stuff, which it's quite cool that they've done it that way rather than, I don't know, just starting off with like needing swordfish and then going up through the things to the higher level ones. So I personally think that the big game Hunter is actually a really, really enjoyable part of this. I don't think at the moment it is worth doing for XP, but then, like I said, once the nerf for the rest of Hunter XP has come in, I'm hoping that will then make the XP rates for this much more competitive, and it will become a pretty mainstream way of training Hunter, because, like I said, it is a very, very enjoyable thing to do, and once you sort of learn the mechanics and get the technique down, it's actually quite easy. I've just put in a little lol clip here of me failing when I first tried it out, and yeah, then I got scared off by the dinosaur. Yeah, that happens too. But once you've finished and worked out the mechanics, it's actually quite easy to be able to work your way around. So the next thing that I've been trying out on here is the Herby werby minigame, and I think as a distraction and diversion, this is actually a really good one. It's kind of like Tears of Guffix in a way that, you know, you've got to stop the green ones and burn the blue ones, whereas Tears of Guffix, like, you've got to get the blue tears and stop the green, not get the green ones or something. So it's sort of like similar mechanics to that, but not really. There's a lot more running around and stuff in here, but the XP that you get for this in Herblore is absolutely insane. Like, I have got a bit of bonus XP in Herblore, so my XP rates in here look really, really inflated compared to what you would normally get on it, but still, like, it's going to be like 400k Hunter an hour, Herblore an hour. Even though it doesn't last very long, you can use your weekly D&D reset token on it, so you can do it twice, so it'll be like nearly 100k Herblore XP just for doing 10 minutes of this. So, like, it's definitely, this is a D&D that is going to be worth doing into the future. It's not going to be something that, once the initial hype's gone, it's kind of like dead content, because that does happen unfortunately with quite a few updates that are brought out. They become dead content quite quick after they've been brought out if they're not worth it for XP, whereas this does seem like it is worth it for XP, and it will be something that people carry on doing, especially on Iron Men, where you've got to harvest all your own herbs and stuff like that. Getting like 100k herb lore a week is pretty mad, really. That's a massive help. I mean, 10 weeks you got a mil XP, so it's only like half a year you could get 99, but I'm guessing the XP scales with your levels, so that probably actually isn't that true. But yeah, it's definitely an enjoyable one. Then there's the reward from it, which is the herb bag, which is, well, the main reward you can buy from it. You can also buy a couple of totem pieces, which you'll need to finish off your totems, and other than that, it's just a pet and some small XP lamps, which once you've got all the rest of the rewards, I guess you might as well buy them. But the main rewards that I think pretty much everyone's going on release, and you can get the herb bag straight away now if you do have a weekly reset token, so you can get the full 200 points this week. Herb bag, it works very much the same way as the gem bag. It can store up to 50 of each herbs that are dropped by creatures. Unfortunately, it can't hold noted drops. However, the upgraded the upgraded herb bag, no one has actually got yet, because you can only use one reset token a week, so you can't just keep resetting and obviously get it straight away. So we'll have to see what that's like next week. But hopefully that will be able to take noted herbs. If not, I guess it'll just be an increase in the capacity to like 75 herbs or something like that. So the next skill here we have is the island-wide agility course, and this is personally my favourite part of the island. I absolutely love this agility course. I really like the way that they've worked it into being the quickest way to travel around the island, so you can get to various places by doing parts of the agility course. So it's not just something that you're going to do if you are doing agility training. It's something that it just makes it convenient to go around. This is how I feel like agility shortcuts should be worked in. Like, it's brilliant, and the laps take a long time, so it's not just repetitive like doing a 20-second of the same lap. It's always kind of different. You have to move your camera around, you have to look. It's actually quite easy to get lost. When I first came here, before I managed to actually like work out and fully navigate my way around the island, I got lost well badly. I ended up getting off the course somewhere, going to explore something, and I couldn't find the course again. So it's definitely something that will take a little while to learn the exact way around the course and the most efficient and quickest way to do it. It's one as well that the new ability, the double surge, will actually help you with speeding up your times around this course, because surge does come in very handy with getting between the obstacles in the bits where you can get on and off, especially in like the big game hunter areas. There's normally a massive bit that you've got to run through, so surging or being able to double surge through that will speed it up. Bladed dive will obviously speed up as well. I don't have bladed dive because I haven't done that little mini game thing, the Anima Islands or whatever it is, Shattered Worlds, that's the one to unlock it. I might do in the future, but I haven't done yet. But I think this is a brilliant agility course. It's a lot more enjoyable than just doing something like Priff. It is a bit less AFK because you can't just aim your camera right, put your mouse in the right place, and then just literally click without having to move it. And that's kind of what you can do at Priff, so you don't really actually have to do anything. Whereas this, you have to put a little bit more effort into looking around, finding it. I feel like the XP rates are fairly comparable. I think Priff is still slightly better, but for something that's more enjoyable, I'm happy to take the slight decrease in XP rate. It's also really, really good because you get the codex pages as well, which I'm not sure what their value is going to kind of stay at, but I mean, most of the other codexes for abilities still are a fairly reasonable price. But I guess these aren't a direct combat ability, so they might be a bit cheaper, but I've heard at the moment they're around 80 mil, which means if you get a tradable one, it takes you like 8 hours or 7 hours or whatever to get you 750 pages, then it's around like 10 mil an hour at the moment just for training agility, which is pretty ridiculous. Even if it goes down to like 20 mil at some point, then you're still going to be making like 2.5 mil an hour just from training agility, which like you can't do that at any other course. I really do wish they'd worked more courses in this way. Like, can you imagine if you were going around Priff and instead of just going around that tiny little lap there, the course sort of went around the whole of Priff and it was just a quicker way of getting around? That would be such a cool way of working it. Like, imagine it going through like the waterfall fishing spot all the way up past the like Heffin temple, which I guess it does go through that bit, all down through like the Trahin area. Like, it would be well cool. And I think that they should do some more stuff like this in the future, because it is a bit more enjoyable than just going around and round in circles on a standard agility course. So that pretty much finishes up now what my personal thoughts and everything are for this island. I think that in the future the agility is definitely going to stay relevant. The Slayer creatures are probably just going to be standard Slayer creatures. They have pretty good XP, like XP per hour for Slayer, but their drops aren't amazing, so they're not going to be something that people are going to probably camp for GP. I mean, they're going to be decent but not amazing. And I really, really hope that when the Hunter nerf comes in, it makes Big Game Hunter a prime sort of method for training Hunter and brings it really up to being up there with doing stuff like Turtles and things like that, which will be really, really cool. So let us know in the comments what you think about this update, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you did make it this far in the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon just so you're notified of all my future videos. You'll also find links to recommended in the latest video I have put out. And if you do check out in the description down below, there is a link to my Discord server, and just feel free to join that if you want to get more involved, have a chat and chill, because there's a really lot of nice cool guys in there. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.